Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about money. To be honest, money has been bothering me recently. Specifically business. I'm not opposed to earning money, of course. Everyone needs to eat to survive after all. But I find myself having a problem when it comes to business. So yeah, the problem with business is that it requires a certain posture, which I find almost incompatible with what I'm doing here on the channel. I would say I'm somebody now who is pretty well versed in how business works, but I also have a very addictive personality. As soon as I find leverage, as soon as I find an opportunity, my mind starts to just really expand into it. I don't just think, okay, what's step one? I'm already looking beyond, looking at the system that I can use to make $10,000 a month. And the reason I'm saying it's incompatible with my channel is because my channel is not about extracting it all. Like I said in yesterday's video, it's about listening inside of yourself. It's almost about creation. And to be honest, I don't know how accurate it is to say these two things are opposed, but there's definitely a different intent when you're trying to extract money versus when you're trying to create. I even find there's a relation between creating for YouTube as well. When you're creating for the algorithm, the purity is lost. That's why people say YouTube becomes a job. Because instead of creating from within themselves for fun, they start creating for views, for money. I find the same concepts occurring to me when I want to start a business. I find myself constantly coming up with business ideas. And right before every time I start to pursue an idea, I can feel that mismatch of energy within myself. That I'm already beginning to reach outward, wanting to take. I don't think most people think about this. Most people probably look at money and think, yo, that's money, let's go get the bag. But I feel like I'm in this strange position. Because the way I'm operating on my channel is something that I'm trying to do every day. And if I try and run some sort of side hustle on the side, make a little bit of extra cash, I essentially have this competing intent sitting right next to how this channel operates, where I'm just creating from this pure space. And this is something that I'm definitely wrestling with yesterday. You know, they say keeping promises to yourself is a good way to build self-trust. But to be honest with you, bro, between you and me, I'm not sure if I really trust myself to start a business without letting it become my center. And I want this channel to be my center. Like I said, I have a very addictive personality. So the minute something starts working, as soon as I start making a couple $1,000 a month, I feel like it's going to be hard to put the brakes on that greed from taking over and trying to become a new center in my life. Right now I'm flirting with the idea of just putting a cap on it. Do business very sparingly on the side, and once I feel it influencing how I'm starting to think, I pull back. But look at me. If I have to build contingencies around building a business, should I be building one at all? You know, I ran a successful business 2 years ago. I was in the YouTube automation industry, and I started finding great success by leveraging the emergence of AI automation tools in faceless channels. Even on my X account, the reason that I grew it to 3,000 followers is because I was the first to spot this leverage and started branding myself around AI channels first before everyone else did. And I guess it's just a broader business lesson into leveraging emerging tools into industries today to help dominate whatever market you want to enter. Again, if you want me to go into a whole different topic about business, I can definitely do that. But I ended up pivoting my X brand away from YouTube automation because this channel, the one that you're watching right now, this is my real passion. And so I decided to go all in. But yeah, back to what I was saying, I feel like I do have a knack for business, but the intention behind running this channel and running a side hustle, I feel like have competing intents. And I worry that this expansion, greed-based intent will start influencing this channel. And I'm not sure if I'm willing to compromise that. Just some small thoughts today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will see you boys in the next one.